Welcome to the Daily Neitz, a daily look at classic films, modern cinema, and the world of professional wrestling. And today I want to talk about Gangs of Wasseypur. I don't know if I should call this a movie or a TV show. Background information is probably required for this. When it was originally premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in 2012, it was shown as one 5-hour and 40-minute long film. But Indian cinemas were like, nope, we ain't running that. So they split it into two and a half, 2-hour, 45-minute films. And then for the American release, which is all on Netflix, which everyone has Netflix now, so check this one out. It's released in 8 parts, 8 about 40, 45-minute long sections, almost like a TV show. So I watched it, the first 4 parts, which is part 1, the first half film, I don't know how to describe it. I watched that, took an hour break, and then I watched the back half. So I kind of watched it as an Indian cinema goer would have. And boy, was this a trip. To explain what it's about would take probably the length of the film. So think The Godfather meets Game of Thrones, but in India, over the course of about 50 years, directed by the Indian Quentin Tarantino. That's what this film feels like, and it's a trip. It follows these 2 families, mostly one family, and their revenge against this one political official in their town. And this man has the patriarch of the family, the grandfather, we'll call him the grandfather at this point, and I'm not going to be able to name a lot of names because I don't remember them all because there are a lot of characters. Like Game of Thrones, this film decides to just add and take away characters at whim, which is great because you never know what's going to happen. But I digress. The grandfather of the Khan clan is expressing his desire to take over the coal mining company from Singh, the guy who owns it. I think his last name's Singh. We'll go with that. And Singh catches wind of this and has him killed. So his young son, raised by his uncle, shaves his head and vows to not grow his hair until he kills Singh and gets his revenge. And this revenge plot extends to his 5 children, between 2 wives and their friends and family, and it also extends to Singh's, I think, son, who also eventually wants revenge against his father. And what this does is it creates a battleground within this town. Over the course of, the film starts in the 40s, and I think it ends in 2009, and it's loosely based on some true events. So this is legit. But this battle is warring in this town for 50 years, 60 years. As just one man's desire for revenge spreads and infects the town. As he dies, there's a bit of a power vacuum left, and one of his sons takes over, and that inspires other gangs to form and other brothers to fight against the family, and these factions form. And it's what starts out with the elder Khan, just clubbing a dude with a rock, grows as they make bombs in jail and eventually get grenades and AK-47s, and the technology advances, and they go from just sending messages to get pagers in the 90s and cell phones in the later part of the film, and how their tactics change and everything as time progresses. It's super interesting, really edge of your seat to watch, and it's paced super well. It's really interesting that they were able to cut it into 8 distinct episodes while still having it be able to be released as 2 full-length films. So it says something about the pacing, which actually really worked well episodically. I think I could have gotten away with watching it 2 episodes at a time or an episode at a time and taking longer breaks, but try to watch it all in a day. So there you go. I'm exhausted from watching just because it was really intriguing and really high stakes, high tension throughout a lot of it. One thing that I really want to credit the film for was using the film itself to, and not just like the subtitles, but you could always tell what decade it was as time was progressing. Because not only were like the makeup department, the characters were aging like seamlessly. It wasn't like one take, he's like clearly a 20-year-old actor playing a 20-year-old, and then the next shot, he's clearly a 20-year-old actor in 40-year-old makeup. Like, it felt like the actors were aging. It was done super well. The clothing choices as well. Like, the beginning of the film, like, it looked like one of like the old Satyajit Ray films that I've been watching. But by the end of it, like, they're all in modern clothes, with modern sensibilities, like Abercrombie and Fitch logos everywhere, and it's like, and it was so gradual throughout the course of the film that happened. Same with the music. The beginning of the movie was more, classic, like folk, Indian tunes, I guess. And the end of it was like dubstep, which is crazy. But it was never jarring. It was done so gradually and so subtly, the aging and progression of time. I really appreciated that. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Great series. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones or The Godfather, check it out. And yes, it's subtitled. I actually had to turn on the subtitles on Netflix. For some reason, they weren't automatically playing, even though it's not in English, which I found to be strange, but just a fair warning. I highly recommend checking it out. It's really intriguing crime drama. And it feels like a Western film. It feels like a Hollywood movie. It doesn't have like the crazy Bollywood dance sequences that you expect if you're in America and watching Indian cinema. I can talk. There are scenes where there's characters singing, but it's not like the big dance numbers like the end of Slumdog Millionaire. It feels like a Western film, but the culture of India is all there, which is a really nice juxtaposition. It's a really nice blend. And I really enjoyed watching it. So thank you very much to the gentleman who posted in like 4 of my older videos to watch this, asked me to watch it. Thank you for making me watch this. It was great time. What a way to spend a day. Tomorrow I'm watching Alfred Hitchcock's Spellbound. But until then, you can like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and you can also follow me on the Twitter @DailyNeitz, and until tomorrow, bye.